that was fun. Okay, hold on here. Hi, you guys. Oops. Oh, for God's sakes. Yeah. Did you guys hear the song a minute ago? Okay, we can hear you, your music, but we can't hear you. Okay, good. Yeah, that song was called El Secreto or something like that. But I'm going to clear some things up once again. This is just ridiculous, you guys. All right. First of all, I don't have money yet. If I had money yet, I wouldn't be putting up a Cash App and PayPal. People can think what they want. I found out that I'm going to be coming into some money. Okay, I don't know what day, week, or even month. But that's what I found out. Not like I'm harboring money somewhere. That's ridiculous. I haven't had money since, shoot. I mean, if I had money, why would I, when I run out of food stamps and might need some food or something, like a year and a half ago, Jimmy bought my family pizza. I couldn't believe it. All the way from Virginia. He ordered it, and that was really, really nice. So yeah, I had money. I wouldn't be, and I didn't ask for anything. I just said didn't have anything to drink up on his panel or whatever, or somewhere. And I was sucking on popsicles. Okay, you guys can interpret that however you want. Cut the music out? It's still going? Oh, for God's sakes, it is? I can't hear it. Is it off now? Oh my God. Is it off now? Thank you. Okay. And it's loud. Is it off now? Oh, it's off. Thank God. Oh God, you guys. I'm so sorry. Now, this is the other thing. My voice is my darn voice. And it does definitely seem kind of even a little bit scratchy and elevated, but I think that comes with age, to tell you the truth. So for my ex to sit there and say, I'm faking some voice like this and making some high voice. No, I'm not. I'm talking. This is my regular voice. He hasn't seen me in 5 years. He hasn't seen his son in 5 years, you know? So, whatever. Now, this is the other thing. I've already said the story, and this is what I mean. This is why I can't be Rose's friend. Take this to the bank, Rose. Things that I've told you in private. Okay, yes, I aired your messages about my mother and you screaming and flipping out and threatening before I went public to go public. That's what you all have to remember. All of you that want to support her, fine. Hope she doesn't ever turn on you. That's what I got to say. But I told her personal things that I didn't think she would just air to get some kind of weird revenge. And she is, like the thing being in Florida with my mother. I made the mistake of heading downtown to Key West by myself, going into a bar, sitting around this area, and it was draft night or something, and losing track of the time and dinner time. And I made friends and all this and came home late, intoxicated. Was I smash? No. But yeah, I had been drinking drafts, probably didn't hardly eat anything. And I'm petite, and I was petite back then. But anyway, or fairly petite, whatever I am. So now she just loves airing that story, right? And she wasn't that upset with me. Her husband was. He's the one that said she's got to go. So I did. So this is what I mean. Do not divulge anything you don't want to have come out later. Okay, I had a reason for doing what I did. I did. She and I discussed. We actually discussed before leaving voice messages, because I was leaving them first. And she didn't dare and didn't know how and didn't want to and whatnot. And then she did, but she said, you're never going to air my messages, are you? And I'm like, heck no, that's happened to me. Now, it hadn't happened to me the second time yet, but it happened to me the first, and it was hurtful. All right. So my point is this. She threatened over and over again, not for 5 minutes, not for 2, not for 12, not for 20. Okay. 36 minutes to drag me, publicly humiliate me, all in the name of visiting my mother. Now, something's going on, okay? Something's going on or went on with her and her mother. She's admitted to being, I think, the middle child and not getting the attention and love that she wanted because her mom had so many kids, okay? My mom had 2 kids. She had plenty of time for us. We went on bike rides when I moved in with her, from the age of 14 to 20. And then I moved to Minnesota when I was 20. We went on bike rides and long ones, 50 miles to New York area, because we were in Vermont, and then all the way back. That's 100 miles at 14 years old. Just the 3 of us women, me, my sister, and her. Other things we did, we would go to marathons that my mom ran in. And, I don't know if she came in like first place for her age group in her 40s. She might have been like the top 10 or something like that, or top 20. I don't think she was like first place, but she did a few marathons. She was into her health and her fitness and everything. Because when I was 10, she was 31. So when I was 14, she was 24, 34, 35. And she worked out and she did marathons and this kind of thing. So I have a lot of really good memories with my mom. And I don't honestly know if Rose can say that. I think she's almost vicariously trying to live through her pain of her life with her mom and not being there when she died. She's trying to salvage her pain, her remorse her regret, whatever, through me. Okay, that's not wellness. That's not wellness. That's more than projecting. It's never going to stop. It's never going to stop. I mean, when I go visit my mom, whether it's this summer or next summer, I don't even want to tell her because she'll pick it apart. Oh, you were only there 4 days. Oh, you were only there a week. Oh, couldn't you have stayed 10? This and that and the other thing. I mean, who knows what she's going to say and do? You know? Thanks, Cookie. Thank you. Is it crackly? My audio's crackling. All right, let me reboot my iPad. All right, it'll just take a second. All right. Is that better, you guys? Don't worry about how much time you spend with your mom. It is not the quantity, it's the quality. Well, yeah, because I said it was 4 days, it was gonna be 4 days or something of this sort. She was like, no, it's gotta be at least a week. Okay, look, you guys, who on earth even just tells someone, even when it's not on the internet, when to see their mom, how long, diss them because it's been so long. I mean, if it was 8 years and not 12, she'd be dissing me. Oh my God, 8 years. But this is what I mean. She relishes in this stuff and she knows it. She knows it. I can't be her friend. I thought I could be, but this is what I've learned. This is what I've learned. She wants to keep running and pushing the narrative. Whether we're friends or not, whether I'm trying or not, by going into her chat way before she did mine on Easter and saying, hello, Rose, and happy Easter, I was being sincere. I wanted to make amends. But the very next day, she literally said, oh, I was just trying to get her to see her mom. Yeah, if she doesn't want to see her mom, what can I do? I'm not saying, and I never have said, one little iota, I don't want to see my mom. Okay? I want to see my mom more than you want to see your mom again, if you could, for 5 seconds. Okay? Because you got to see her, 4 years ago or something? Or some of the time before she passed? I haven't seen my mom in 12 years. And my mom doesn't want to do FaceTime and stuff. There's lots of people out there that don't physically get to see relatives that live far away. Rose, why don't you look into it? But they FaceTime, don't they? Right? They text all the time. They email, they send pictures. My mom doesn't want to do that. I'm not going to make her do it. I brought it up again. I brought up the FaceTime kind of thing a few years later, last year. Oh, Megan, I don't want to do that. That's kind of how she says it. I'm like, okay, you know, okay. I don't make people do things they don't want to do, unlike you. You think if you yell loud enough, you're boisterous enough, you're mean enough, you're vile enough, you call me slut, whore, snake, shitty mother, stupid, uh, cunt. Okay, you've called me all those things, and I still thought I could forgive you. I really did. The other thing that I'm seeing with you is that when I'm doing okay and I maybe am making morbid laugh, or not even that, I'm just doing okay. You want to instill in your audience, in your chat, in your own mind that I'm not doing okay. I'm doing fine. Look at me. I'm fresh. I'm bushy tailed. I'm healthy. Okay. I'm got a lot done today. I'm not doing lives every night or 3 to 5 like you do. I mean, there's a reason you do so many. You're that lonely. You're so lonely. You just have to connect with your audience morning, afternoon, night, then 3 in the morning. And any little grievance you have with anybody, you want everyone else to pick up that grievance with you. Okay? Mission and Lionel have never done anything to me. I've said it before. If they kind of badmouthed me behind the scenes, I don't give a shit. I didn't hear it. And even if someone wants to send me the voice message, I don't care. Okay. I pick my battles. I've been doing this for years and years. Now, that's the other thing, the phone plan. I told my mother, you guys saw the phone, which of course Rose had to put down and say the words, it's a shitty phone. You don't know. I don't even know if it works. Okay, I got it through Xfinity, but I already have a connection and I don't want to lose my connection that I already have. But I have it. I have it. And it's good enough for me. It's pretty long, pretty heavy. It's long. It's big. It's bigger than most of these whatever phones. But this is my point. I said to my mom last year, I said, you wouldn't even have to pay. And I'm putting an amount out there, the extra $15 a month. I believe that's what she pays, 15 a month. How much is that a day? Is that 15 cents? I don't know what it is. I can't even think. Whatever, $15 divided by 30. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's 15 cents a day. So I'm probably not, though. I'm lousy at math. I always have been. My point is, she said, no, my brother's on it. I'm on it. You just be on it, and that's fine. Yeah, like she wanted me to be on it. And I think it's her feeling in her mind that if I had a phone with unlimited minutes and it got broke, or I don't know, like she'd always have that way to connect with me. Because when you live this far away from family, for those of you that have not experienced it, having family, I'm not talking a cousin, an uncle, or an aunt. I'm talking a mom, a dad, a brother, or sister, clear across the United States or halfway across. You don't know. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. Nobody knows what it's like unless you live it and go through it. And they made their choices to live where they lived, and I'm clear the heck over here because of my ex. Okay, we remarried here. The first time we married in Vermont. and we were living in New York, and then we went to Okinawa, and then we got the divorce. We remarried here, and I said I would never take his son from him. And I've kept my word, haven't I? And because of that, Rose, think about this. I'm such an awful person, right? But I've never taken his son from him. I've never moved to Iowa with him. I've never taken like a restraining order out on him and moved. I've never done that. I wouldn't want someone to take my child from me. I gave him my word. He signed the divorce papers when I rode my bicycle over there to get it done. So that's another reason I don't get to see my mom very much. I don't live there. Okay, period. Now, this is the thing. If you would follow it, really think and follow it. I didn't go up on Morbid's to talk about you. He brought you up. He brought us both up. He said, I was wondering, I would like to know, because Rose left that message, and I think that you two, could talk things out. I would be the mediator. What part of that do you not understand? I didn't go up there talking about you. He brought you up. And I said, no, because of this, and no, because of this. And she's still doing this, and she still thinks this, and she, I paid her back for this, but she wants this, and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? That's how it got brought up, and you know it, but you don't look at the big picture. You don't. Good grief. Now, when you say your trust fund is spent, that means while you're waiting for 3 months to have a little chunk of money, okay, which I don't see because it gets spent practically the first or the second day on something, whether it's an air conditioner for my son or the animals. Okay, we have to take care of them at some point. You might as well not have any. Okay, or whatever. Once we all needed an umbrella, things. I prioritize my list. I don't have money, and that's the other thing. I've never asked for child support, and I've never been given child support. And even during that time when they were young, I provided myself. I went to a place where you get free clothes and detergent and things like that. It wasn't till later on when they were in school, like middle schoolish, my mom said, hey, let me help you out. So to imply or to say out there, Rose, my mom's helped me my whole life. No. And furthermore, when I was married to Joe, he made good money. Okay. We were paying a mortgage on a house. But then the domestic violence happened. And boom. I mean, this state doesn't mess around. They separate you. So, he had to have supervision to see his son. That's when I moved in here. The only reason I'm in this place is it accepted housing. I had nothing. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had no money saved, nothing. He gave me his checkbook. He did, so I could develop pictures and send them to my family. And so I could buy food and toiletries and things for our son. Okay. And that's the other thing. I was sober. I'm going to remind you, for 8 years, I didn't touch it. And I didn't go to AA. I was involved with my son. So for 8 years, I didn't touch it with no AA, no support, nothing. I just was happy. I was so happy being a mother. And then now 12 years. So 12 plus 8 is 20. Okay. I've had 20 years sober, since I started drinking, okay, in my like, well, at 16, the drinking age in Vermont was 18. So, half of my life, well, I'm 60. Well, I'm 61, but let's just say 60 so we can do the math. Take away 20 is brings me down to 40. So for a quarter of my life, I didn't drink, not half. But you know what? That's better than a lot of people who just keep drinking, keep drugging, keep smoking cigarettes, keep doing their vapes. Okay. Well, you guys are sucking. I'm going to say it. You're sucking metals into your lungs. That's what they're finding out with these vapes and stuff. It's dangerous. I'm so glad my kids don't smoke. They're not hooked on anything like that. Thank God. Neither of them have tried a hard drug. Okay, if I'm such a lousy parent, right? They would have been running around the parking lot here at night doing whatever the heck they wanted. No way. Okay, I was smart and I knew what that phone out there where you can just hook up with anybody, right? That says who they are, and then your child's gone. No, my daughter didn't get on Instagram till she was 17. And she never had that kind of phone. She didn't need it. She had a little flip phone that she took with her to high school in case she missed her bus or needed to call me. I was smart. Okay, I'm not one of these parents that's going to sit around and wonder where the heck their child is because they're off being sex trafficked somewhere or something. So for all the people that think I'm such a bad mom, no, I was hands-on, and psychologically there. I was and still am. So when I say my trust fund is spent, yeah, it can be. When you know your pets are going to be 300 some dollars at the vet, and you know how much you're getting, and you know another chunk of it's going to be spent on something else. Okay. I will never divulge to anyone the good news I got the other day. And everybody might assume it's SSI and all this. I'm not going to say. But it's completely unexpected. And that doesn't mean I have it. What, I have it now at my fingertips? Are you kidding me? I mean, if that was the case, I could be buying my daughter a car before she learns how to drive. You know? I mean, it's just stupid. You guys are ridiculous the way you want to think you know my life. And this is the other thing. You know what's really irritating is how I've been open and transparent, and people like that, I guess, about me. But it's bit me in the ass too, hasn't it? Because people like Rose, who haven't talked about her finances, hasn't talked about how much she paid when and when she was married, and how long was she a stay-at-home mom, and when did she work, and how much money did she contribute in, or was she just a stay-at-home mom for 8 or 10 or 12 years like me? But yet I'm the bad one because I don't waitress anymore, because I was able to stay home with our son, and then later on also with my daughter. That's not a bad thing. Not having latchkey kids, you guys, that's what they're called, when they come home to no parent there because they have to work, isn't necessarily a good thing. If you have to work, then you have to. And God bless the families that do. But they've done studies that if at least a mom or dad is home when a child gets home for school, so he's not alone, he or she can get a snack made for him, whatever, a hug and a hello, they do better. So I'm thankful. I have no regrets of my past. I worked plenty. I loved waitressing. I waitressed everywhere I moved and lived. Now, this is the other thing. My dad wasn't close to 90. This is what I mean by embellishments, Rose. He was 85. Okay, that could be close to 80 or close to 90, right? But to push it and say he was almost 90, no, he was 85 when he died. All right. And I disagree with you. When you say everyone that's 82 and on is dying, there are plenty of men and women out there that are healthier in their 80s than their 60s. Maybe they quit smoking, quit drinking, they're walking more, whatever. I mean, honestly, even if you have a stroke or a heart attack, if you're taking care of yourself better, losing some weight, going for a walk, drinking more water, there's more things I need to work on, like the water especially. You can be healthier and not dying. So that's your opinion, and you need to stop pushing it because it's really depressing. I mean, are you going to want to go around? You say you're 61, but this is the other thing. I'm going to say this because I'm a little upset with her. I don't think she's 61. Someone said she showed a birth certificate thing that proves she's 65. I'm not kidding. So maybe she'd like to show some proof. Maybe she's been lying about her age. I don't know. I've heard it from more than 2 people. I said, well, maybe she is 65. That doesn't even matter. But see, the thing is, and I'm not, she'd say the same thing. Because she's already saying everything about me is fake. My voice, everything I've said about my ex. Okay. Now, if you really think $50 a month, okay, it used to be $100, but if you think $50 a month for toiletries is a lot, and I'm breaking my mother's bank when she wants to help me with that, and she knows, she loves cats, she has her cats, and they stay in a barn, and a few come in. We're cat women, whatever, and my sister. But if you think that that's so awful, what is that? That's not even 25 a week. I don't want more. I'm fine with it. Especially knowing I can get a Cash App or PayPal now and then. Really does help. And I thank people. And when you sent me those gifts, I sent you a thank you card. So you'd have something tangible to hold. And all you've said is, oh, it was only a quick sentence. Bullshit. In fact, pull it out. I dare you, if you even still have it. Show society, show people. Read out loud what I wrote. I think it's about this long, a good 4 sentences, maybe longer. I have tremors, as I say, way too much. So I write kind of big sometimes, but I'm pretty sure I covered one side of the card. I didn't just say, oh, thanks for the gifts. In fact, I itemized them out. I said everything from the key ring with the little flannel on it that I still have, that I named Flan. We were giggling about it up on your panel. I love that little turtle key ring. And the shirt was massively comfortable, and I even wore that on marks to dance with my shorts. I didn't have some skirt on. For people that didn't see it, I had not Daisy Dukes. Those are really high up, but some black shorts, denim, and her I object to bullshit tank top on. To represent her because she didn't want to do it. She didn't feel comfortable, and that's her business, right? But I didn't have to wear her shirt, and I did. So I've tried to be your friend, but if sending a tangible card you can put on your wall or whatever isn't good enough for her, I don't know what is. She never asked me for the 200 back. I paid her that. I paid her 35 for the shirt because she said it was going to be 35. She said that. She can deny it. Say, no, it's going to be 45 or 39 or whatever. No, 35. That's why I sent that to her. Okay. Unbelievable. This is the other thing. And I'm not reading comments right now. I'm not reading comments. Now I'm off it. This is the other thing. And my hair is the exact same length on both sides. No one can say anything. I just like to have one side kind of wrapped. Anyway. I did go to college. And she flippin' knows it. We both went for one semester on the East Coast. I went to Johnson State College in Johnson, Vermont. That's where I went. So for my ex, Joe, to say, oh, she never went to college. Well, yeah, I did. And yeah, I got sexually harassed bad. I quit. Okay. My mom took out a loan so I could go, and I had to quit. It was that bad. And I've told Rose the details. You know, it was painful. I was attacked at a keg party, attacked by this wasted guy who had fallen out of a pickup earlier. We were going 50 miles an hour down the highway, and he scratched up his back really, really bad. And I was the only one that gave a shit. Everyone else was laughing and drunk. It was weird. And he remembered that or whatever. And then he lunged at me and tried to pull I had one of those shorts. They're like Hawaiian shorts where they tie on the sides kind of thing. And he just ripped the whole back off. And I was so shocked. This was in front of hundreds of people. I just slowly backed up like that. I remember doing that, moving away from him and just backing up and standing against the wall to cover my backside. And then somebody jumped at him. They flew over a couch and they tackled him on the ground, and then I left. So between that and some other stuff that happened to me, I just had to quit. I don't even think I've told these details to Joe. He doesn't care. You know, he doesn't care. Now, the emails that I got from my ex this past year are equally as bad as the ones the year before. Okay, they're demeaning. They bring up everything from you know, my daughter's dad, him calling him a transient because the man was staying with his sister at the time, this and that, the other thing, saying that I'm on Zoloft, like I'm some zoo animal because I'm on an antidepressant. I mean, millions of people are, just all kinds of things. And then saying that my mother, because she's a psych nurse, 18 years ago when I, got on this stuff, that it's her fault and how dare she, and it's a federal crime, like making threats against an 82-year-old. Okay, you want to be friends with someone like that? Go ahead, Rose. In fact, maybe you guys are two peas in a pod, literally. Maybe you're two peas in a pod and you were meant for each other. Good grief. I mean, I'd rather you not. I've said to you repeatedly, I'd rather you not entertain his negativity and meanness towards me. But that's why you're so messed up, Rose, because I just heard you in yesterday's live say, well, I kind of wanted to be your friend and done it. But yet you relish in the fact that you can tear me down more, or you think you can. Really, you can't. I've said everything out there, everything. I have nothing to hide. What I don't want to hear, and I'm already hearing from my ex, is this damn lies. Like I never went to college. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, I did. I had a police poster. Remember the band Police on my wall? The police, the police, the band. So this is what I mean. He's forgotten. He doesn't care. He wants to lie. Um, he didn't go to college for no 4 years. I think he might have gone for 2. Maybe it was 1. I don't know. I don't keep track. And I don't hold people's amount of schooling they've done over their heads. I don't. He does. And apparently you do too, Rose. Okay. So as far as the meningitis vaccination, I'm not going to get into a big discussion about it because, you're just really not supposed to. But it's not my fault. The doctors and the nurses went ahead, or, the nurse signed the thing a second time and felt it was okay to give my son 2 vaccinations in a year. Where was Joe? Where was Joe? Ask him, Rose. You want to talk to him so bad about stuff. Say, where were you? Where were you when your son got the second shot? He could have been across town drunk. He could have been in Sun Valley helping his mother. He could have been maybe working. I'm not sure. But not everything in this relationship is my fault. I was sober for those 8 years. He wasn't. Because I didn't want him taking my son from me. I cared enough about my son to not have the Long Island iced tea with him at these places in the country or to have a beer. Okay. He knows darn well that I would count the caps on these Budweisers and whatnot to see what kind of evening I was going to have, where there's 6 in the garbage, 9, 3 by 3 o'clock. What kind of day, evening, weekend am I up for? And I don't know, I think I might have heard this wrong, but I don't have a head mod. Innocent until proven guilty was a really good head mod and stuff. But I'm having so many issues with mod things, which has nothing to even do with her. I don't want to have a head mod. I don't need one. I don't want one. And I hope to God she didn't take it personally. I wrote in comments to her, said, don't take this personally. So if she's upset about anything, I hope she's not. I think it's a disgrace how you're dragging Lizzo, a woman you don't know at all, just because of something that you see on her Facebook. And your reason to drag her is because she writes a big thing saying how she really feels about you. Why can you dish it out so much, Rose, but you can't take anything? Why is that? Okay. You admit you cry behind closed doors and whatever. You cry. But because you don't show your face right out there like I do, that often anyway, you put your avatar up, you're this big, bold, brassy, strong woman. No, you're not. You're not. I'm no better than you, but you're no better than me. That I can tell you. I'd like you to prove your age. Somehow, some way, prove you're 61. And we'll see who's lying or telling the truth. Oh, good Lord. When am I going to have to defend myself again next time against these damn lies? I know. Visiting my family has nothing to do with your friendship. Pushy is an understatement. It's gross. You don't get that involved. This is what I mean. Did she give me those gifts and stuff as an inadvertent way? I mean, I'm really just wondering. Did she want me to have those things so she could control me later on? I didn't ask for a keychain. I didn't ask for a brown bag. I didn't ask for dancing shoes. Was I amazed to get a huge box like this and pull those things out? Yes. She asked me to do it up on her panel, and I did. I did. And it was fun. It was almost like Christmas. And people in chat were going, wow, I can tell. One lady said, I can tell that Paper Cut Tina really appreciates your gifts. Do you remember seeing that, Rose? Your perception of me, you want to control me. You want to control people. When people stick up for themselves against you, you want to stifle them, and you think the way to do it is drag them, put them down, and try to embarrass them on public forum. Cyberbullying. That's an inadvertent, or not even inadvertent, way to try to control people, to shut them up. Why? Why do you want to shut up people so bad when you do the same thing? I mean, it's sad. I mean, look in my eyes. I'm getting teared up because I really liked you and I really trusted you. And I was going to get on a plane someday with those black shoes when you showed me how to do the straps and all. And we were going to go to a little club and just dance and hang out or whatever. And you could have well, you don't drink either, but whatever. We could both have our virgin drinks, hang out, meet, real life. And you ruined that because you, in Messenger to me, repeatedly for the longest damn time, without listening to my message that I left for you, you refused. You didn't want to hear the truth. You didn't want to hear my truth. Why I couldn't go within that week to see my mother. You didn't want to hear it because you would rather be miserable and be right in your own mind. That's facts. That's facts. You know, the reason you're so angry about my last live, or the last thing I said on Morbids, is it's the damn truth. Okay? You dragged me. I stuck up for myself for 12 damn days. And if I hadn't called the police, it would have been 14, 16, 18, 20, 23. Okay? But now you're back to dragging me because you don't like me sticking up for myself. You need to learn to live and let live. I learned that in AA. Okay? Live and let live. Do you think you can even remotely try to do that? I don't think so, because you're addicted. You're addicted to this fighting. You're addicted to wanting the control. You are. Does it hurt more when a man says, I'm whatever? Of course, than a woman. Okay, of course it does. It's from the opposite sex. But I have nothing against women, and I have a lot of women friends. I have friends that I've known since Vermont. Okay, we're still friends. I have her on Messenger. Okay, I have lady friends. I can keep lady friends. I'm a loyal friend. Okay. So I just, It's these people that just, I'm going to say it, kiss your ass in your chat. Oh, okay, dance for us. Oh, you're going to make a grilled cheese again. Oh, make your grilled cheese while you cut up Lizzo's daughter and say her mother is from the Nazi whatever, and oh, go ahead and put your slippery socks on and dance around the house like you're a ballerina while you say paper cut Tina's family is from a bunch of is into Satanism or whatever the fuck you're implying. You're disgusting. And you know what, Rose? You're going to go to hell. You're going to go to hell for that. Okay, unless you get on your knees and repent to God for judging someone in that sick way. Okay, you don't think people out there that have seen horrible things on the damn internet, and my son wasn't with me. He wasn't. Okay, he saw that disgusting movie, The Saw, when he was over at his dad's and with his friend. He could only see part of it. Crap like that will scar your brain. And if you have bad OCD where you can't just dismiss thoughts like anyone else, then you're screwed. All right? My God. I mean, the only thing you did that was nice out of that whole hour and a half or whatever video was sort of like when you said, well, I don't know where Ernie got the idea of having a witch in front of the fridge. That was false, or that was wrong. Gee, thanks. Thanks, Rose. Thanks for sticking up for me. You're damn right. I collect magnets. I have for years. I have everything under the sun. I don't have a witch. I don't have a devil. I don't have a ghost. I don't have any of that stuff. And guess what? When it's Halloween and I make the living room orange and things like that, I make it orange. I have these little black cauldrons that I got from my friend Terry, who I've known for many, many years, since 91. Her granddaughter was born on Halloween, and she loves to dress up and do all that stuff. I keep all that away. I don't even put ghosts out. I put out smiling pumpkins. I buy purple and orange and green smiley glittery light pumpkins, back in the day. Or I go to Goodwill and I get happy things. That's what I get. So it's so weird, you guys, to be not everyone, but so many people think that I purposely try to put stuff out there to upset my son, when no, I keep him from it. I mean, it's just weird. And my lips are like a peachy mocha. Okay, I don't wear red. That's too intense anyway. People need to stop lying. They need to stop embellishing. It's weird. And I don't go around and say I have more subs than Rose. She has more than me. You know why? For one reason. She started months and months and months and months before me. I've had a channel for 6 months. I don't have 2,400. I have 2,615 when I checked this afternoon. And in 85 more subs, whenever that is, I'll have 2,700. When I get 3,000, I'm going to celebrate in some way. I don't know what, but it'll be really nice. So you started way before me. Of course, you're going to have more subs. That's not what life is. When I don't enjoy myself on here, I'm not going to do this anymore. I so badly wanted to write back in the comments, what the hell? I did go to college. What the hell? Why are you bringing up Satanism again? What the hell? Joda, And I thought, no, No, I'm just going to get attacked by all of your little followers that honestly are bullies. They're bullies. Or they're not bullying, right? But they're in your chat listening, sometimes egging it on, trying not to agree, but kind of are. You either hang out with a bully or you don't. Period. I mean, I'm just shocked by a lot of this. I mean, cyberbullying is cyberbullying. And you know what's weird? Ernie Shell had it the worst ever. Then I would say Jimmy, right? Dolly Vision. I was going to say me, but no, it's Bullhorn Betty. I think it's Bullhorn Betty. She's constantly picked apart, constantly every little thing she does, every live, this and that and the other thing. And fourthly, it's me. It's me. But you know what? It's okay. I can handle it. I can take it. I've taken it. So anyway. Oh my gosh, those kids are so loud out there. You're really funny. So you like short hair? It's fun. I mean, I'm gonna like it better when it's to here. It's gonna be so dang cute when it's to here. But yeah, and she's so upset. I got to address this. Rose is so upset that I don't hate Ernie. Okay, I know what he stood for in the past, and I know he stated he doesn't go out there and rescue kids, but I know in the past he has. I've seen it. I've seen him in tunnels. I've heard videos. I've seen other people around him. You can't just make every cotton picking thing up. Has he changed? Yes. Have I changed? Yes. Yes. My non-existent turtle shell has hardened, you guys. It's going to happen when you go through enough cyberbullying. You either harden and get a backbone. Just because I cry now and then and I break, doesn't mean I'm broken. Or it means I'm breaking then, but I'm not broken. There's a difference. And for all the people that think I just cut my hair for like out of spite or an angry haircut or a shame haircut or whatever the hell people are saying, no, I cut it because for one, when the roots come in and I have to spray that Clairol, too much of it was getting on my neck a little bit. And it was bothering me. And when I was sleeping, it was kind of wrapping around me. Was it fun? Yeah. But this is fun. I mean, what the heck's wrong with this? And, but, I'm totally aware that a lot of men don't like short hair or even bobs on women, but that's okay. I dare to be different. But, thank you. Well, I had it was more of a layered straight kind of wispy bob, and I had it more what's it called? Not trimmed up, but she pulled the side out and she went in like this and made more like frays. Like even though it's pretty straight right there, see, it's got a good little layer thing. And I can have bangs or I don't have to and whatever. But, well, thank you. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. Yeah, texturing. There's the word, Sherry. Yeah. So, Leanie, do you want to come up on panel? Thanks, Yvonne. Wow, thanks, you guys. It's like when total strangers are saying it looks okay. Oh, God, all of you. Look at you. Not all of you, but a lot of you. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks. What was I gonna say? Do you want to come up, Leanie and Sherry and even Truth Seeker? We can just have a ladies' night. Oh my God, there's another one. Look at this. That one looks fresh and ready to mingle. You can come up for a few, Leanie. Look at all these nice hair compliments. My son even likes it. Like, in a way, I look sort of younger and whatever, I think. But then in a way, right, I look more my age, right? Than it just hanging and trying to be some feathered look from the 80s. All right. So it's only 5 here. I just told him I'm going to make supper in 1 hour. So let's have a panel for an hour. I'll have a 2-hour show. I mean, I sound like a real bitch, you guys. I know I do. Okay. I know I do. But I'm so fed up. I'm fed up how, I mean, I can just see her. I can just see Team Rose on Morbids. Oh, well, she doesn't want to go see her mom. What can I do? I was just trying to help her. Help her? You freaking attacked me and hurt me to the damn core because I am like this with my mother, unlike you, period. That's facts. You've said it yourself. You didn't have a real close, because there were so many kids. I did. I did lots of things with my mother. Lots of things. She got me all prepared for my first, what are those called? When you're 16, those dances. See, I can't think of words. Whatever they're called. Not the Sweet 16, but the whatever. And then I went to the senior one too. And she was there for me. She helped me pick out my dress. And I think it was the first time I even used mascara. I didn't wear makeup in high school. I don't know why, but I just kind of didn't. All right, I'm going to see if the 3 ladies, my regular friends, want to come up. Oh, for crying out loud. Why won't it paste? Why won't it paste? Ugh. I have to sit here a minute. Thank you. Thanks, Monica. Is he back? I know he'll be back. He's addicted too. I've had black blue hair. I've had it. And it's fun, whatever. But if you have pale skin like I do, I mean, I get freckles. See, I get freckles in the summertime and I do get tan. It's just a little harsh. Oh, wait, you're talking blue hair, not black blue. You said blue. Yeah, blue would be fun someday. Whoops. All right, I'm trying to get the gosh darn link. It worked. Oh my God. It worked. Excuse my yellow bra. All right. If Truth Seeker, Sherry, and Leanie want to come up, you're so fast. You're so fast.
Don't you remember me and you have magic fingers?
You're like, and it's so, I always do this, but I hear this little boop, and then you're there, little boop, because you can have the noise if you want. Thanks so much. Thanks. I won't come up. I won't come up. You don't want to come up? Okay, that's all right. I mean, look, I know I'm opening a can of worms with Rose, obvious, but I'm fucking so sick of this shit. Just keep doing god dang lives on me. I don't even fucking care anymore. I just don't. Like, I mean, I do, but I don't. Do you know what I mean?
It's got to be frustrating all the way around.
I mean, she just won't stop. Like, she has to critique everything, every fucking thing. I look tired. I look sick. Do you want to have, who are my mods? Why can't she come into my channel? Like, she has to complain and bitch more than anybody I've ever heard. Like, think about it. Next time she does a live, I'm going to literally put checks every time she complains in a live, and they'll probably be 560 in half an hour. I mean, it's just, and all of these people that sit over there and just adore her for it. Why? It's a sickness is what it is. They're addicted to her. Hi.
Hi, Leanie.
Is your volume working, Leanie? I think we heard Sherry's husband in the background. Leanie,
yeah, I keep telling him I'm live, and he's just over there carrying on. I'm like, put your earphones.
That's okay. No, now you're muted. Now you're unmuted. Can you hear? I mean, can you speak? Can you? 560 in 30 minutes.
Are you there, Leanie?
Now, who needs to be blocked, supposedly?
Well, there's an unknown rapper, and they're going off the charts. That's all I saw.
Well, I'll tell you why, Isabella. Because my drunken ex is now writing comments, and she's all excited about it. Oh, well, if you're going to talk to Morbid about me, I'm going to talk to your ex, or whatever the hell she said. I just can't even keep track anymore. I don't know.
Exactly.
Lord. I mean, I after the whole thing with Ernie, I don't know if you heard, I was going to be done with YouTube. Like, just done. Yeah. And to the point where I even told someone that on the phone. And then wasn't even going to messenger anyone anymore, because then I'd be too tempted to message and maybe pop back on. Yeah.
But if you enjoy what you're doing, then you shouldn't let anybody get in the way of how you feel. And you enjoy having friends and hanging out with people here. So, that you can't let people take things from you that you enjoy. Just,
Yeah. And
you know.
I can watch videos from afar and stuff, but I like the interactions, you know, like this is a lot more fun than just sitting on the voice messenger phone, you know. Poor Leanie. Oh, poor Leanie.
I couldn't hear her. Could she not hear us? I
Thank
wondered.
you, Amanda. Wow. Yeah, her volume is just not working. But we'll be able to shoot the shit for 45 minutes. And it'll be a 2-hour live and it'll be, you know, whatever. Wild Angel, yes. Hit that like for Tina's. So funny.
Well, I
So
missed you, hon, when you were gone for a couple days.
thank you. Thanks. I missed you too. I missed everybody. It was I got to tell you, just not watching anything and not being on anything for 2 days, it did almost feel like a weight. It was kind of coming off
Yeah.
me. You know, I told my daughter I wasn't going to be coming back, and I mean, I think she'll understand, but then again, I don't know. Okay, add to stage. Wait, did I hit the wrong thing? Oh, there you are. Hi.
Oh, good grief. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
happened?
I know. Your daughter just doesn't like you being disrespected. That hurts her feelings. That's what it is. You know, she doesn't,
Oh
it
my
makes her upset.
God.
You know, that's just normal.
Oh, you're
You
talking
know.
about, oh, I thought you were I thought you were talking to Leanie. You're talking to me about my daughter. Yeah, I mean, it can make you, because like this is the thing. Even when I wasn't on my live and hadn't done anything for 2 days, had no association with any of it, she could just look at me and I'd start crying. Like all she'd be like, "Are you okay?" And I'd be like, "No, I don't think I am." And I'd start bawling again. Like I was getting depressed, you know?
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And now who the hell's this? Show. Good Lord, I'm going to block that. Show booty holes. Good Lord.
Nice.
Unreal. Oh God. I wanted to ask you, Leanie, are you doing your Raider talk thing with him? Are you guys finding time to do that?
No, Raider's all over the place. I mean, you know, he's a busy guy. He's in high demand.
Yeah, he's in
And
high demand.
yeah. Richie's in high demand, you guys. And he sends me messages and he's like, I'll be over as soon as I can. I'm like, boy, do your thing. Just do your thing. I'll sit here and wait on you like the rest of it.
Oh, you can't say that.
Put me in line. No,
You
I'm
can't
just
say
messing with
that.
him.
Then it's 3 hours. Then you're ready to.
He likes
Wait,
doing.
who the hell's that?
Who
Oh,
the hell's?
it's Truth Seeker. She had these little animals below, and I was
Oh,
like, okay, good. Oh, look at her new glasses. Sorry, go ahead, Leanie, while I bring her up.
no, it's okay.
No, you were talking about Raider and.
Oh, he likes doing karaoke and stuff like that, you know. So I understand, but I just do me.
Yeah. Hi.
We just do silly stuff.
Hi.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
Hi. How you girls doing?
Good.
What's crack-a-lackin'?
What's crackle? I like your glasses. They're kind of 50-ish. With the or no
Thank
cattish.
you. Yeah, they're
Yeah, they are cat eyes.
just the.
They're really cute.
Yeah, they. Yeah, these ones are just the.
You're cracking or crackling
The-
or
The
your voice
pink.
is
Just plain pink,
robot.
you know, something. Hey, I had
There
two
we go.
pairs.
There we go. Okay. You were robot.
The robot. Am I still doing it?
No,
Am
you're
I better?
now.
Okay. Yeah, so it's fun to have two different pairs so you can just swap them out whenever. One day you're like, hey, I just want to be boring and simple.
Yeah.
But these ones are very light when they transition.
Yeah. You
So,
mean, wait, there's sunglasses plus glasses?
yep,
Oh,
yep. So when I go outside, they transition. On my cat eye ones, they're more darker, like amethyst. This is a real light, kind of like tan, but it was nice. They're
yeah.
nice.
Nice.
Definitely recommend transition.
Nice. I just turned your mic down just a little. That's
Okay.
better, right, ladies? A little bit.
Yeah.
I can hear
Yeah.
kids outside.
Can you hear that? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're so funny. There
Mm.
there were two boys when I was bringing some stuff up the stairs from the store. They looked like they were all of like 12 and 11, at that age where they notice women, right? But they kind of want to be catty and funny, and they're starting to take these rocks. One was taking rocks and tossing them at his friend. Finally,
Oh my
he wouldn't
goodness.
stop, and I said, this is what I said. This is how weird I am. So instead of just saying stop or I'll have to let the office know, I said, one of those rocks gets in your friend's eye, your parents are going to be in court. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And he looked at me like I was crazy. But guess what? He stopped. Because
And
they
he had
don't
a kid.
they don't know what all that means. If you say, I'm going to let the office know or you're being mean, they're just going to mouth back. But if you say
Right.
something they don't expect, get their attention.
And some kids can be so mouthy and just so, some of them are bad. But hello, Wild, and according to Lainey, just in case I didn't say hi to you girls. Hi.
Hello.
I've missed you
Hello.
girls. I haven't been on in a while either, so.
I got to get a straw because I can't, this double fisting a damn soda sucks. I'll be right back.
Aw.
I love double fisting.
Double fisted.
Well, coffee and Diet Coke. Let's just be real. Hope everybody's good. You guys survived the storms?
Yeah, it just poured here a few minutes ago. It's been like coming down 1 minute, and I think I've seen some flood warnings and I've seen some tornadoes. Yeah, so we got some storms, especially down in Tennessee. I do believe there was a tornado down there last night.
Yeah. Kentucky got hit too really bad.
Do you guys watch some storm guys, the storm chasers? They had a bunch of them on YouTube last night, and
Yeah.
they're just out there catching them badass tornadoes. I'm like, my ass would be sitting at home.
Glitters and gold. Hey, girl. Hey, I see you. I'm
There's
watching
no
chat
way
too.
I could go out there and chase those storms. Could you, ladies?
Yeah,
Be brave enough to go out there and put Dorothy up
Probably within reason.
within reason?
Yeah.
I think it would be
Do you
fun.
guys remember that movie where they put Dorothy up in the sky? It was one of my all-time favorite movies.
Michael, I see you.
What is it called? Witch, or not Witch, but I don't know. They send up Dorothy and can't remember what it's called, but it's a good movie.
The Wizard of Oz?
Not Wizard of Oz, but where they're chasing the tornado, and maybe it's called Twister. That's what it is, Twister.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them. There's Twister, Storm Chaser. There's like a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's too many.
I'm laughing because I went to a store called Mud Bay and I got like some hay and alfalfa and I stocked up on stuff for the guinea pig because it's cheaper. And anyway, when I came in, it was squishing on it beside the door here, and the kitten was like all scared. So funny. Come here. I bought a really cute cat toy. I've never seen one before. It's got levels, right?
Okay.
With a ball that's stuck in there that can't even come
Yes, I have
goes
one.
around and around, and they love
Yeah.
it. And the adult kitties even love it. It was really funny. The
Mhm.
daddy kitty went like this, patted it, and then walked away. Like
It's good
just
for adult cats. Yeah, it's really good for
Mhm.
adult cats to do their exercise. I have like a cheap one from a dollar store that has a ball in it. It's like this ring, and They also like my cat likes like these scratcher things. But Tina, do you have a brown paper bag in your house by chance?
I have plenty of brown paper bags.
Okay, bust out a brown paper bag and watch how much fun your cats are gonna have.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
do
kidding
that
you.
all the time. When
Do you?
I throw like
My
7
cat
of them
loves
down
it.
in a pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really
Start getting
funny.
those out and make like little like huts with them. And I swear my cat loves to run and eat every single one of them with a ball. And it's so funny.
Well, the last tunnel kind of was ripping apart around
Mm.
the seams around the wire end. So I
Yeah,
asked the guy, I said, do you have kind of a long, sturdy one? And he found me one. So
that's good. Yeah, because they love
it's
that
really
too.
nice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you were talking about tornadoes. I heard the word twister when I came in. Are you still having
Yeah.
those, Leanie, or where are they in Ohio now?
No, I think they're past Ohio now. They're they earlier today when I was looking at them, they were over in the Carolinas, and I
Yeah.
think I want to say that Alabama had gotten Alabama. I love
I know
saying that when I
Tennessee
hear
had one
Alabama.
last night, right?
Yeah,
There was a
and
couple of
they
them, one in
actually had
Oklahoma.
yeah. They started the storm started the ones from yesterday and the day before they started out in Texas and Oklahoma and came through. And but
Wow.
luckily it went south of us, so we just got like a lot of wind and some rain. It wasn't too bad at all. But it did knock out like my internet and everything. And it wasn't even that bad. And then today, I mean, it was nice before all that happened. We were up in the 60s. And then
Wow.
freaking today it's snowing again. I can't deal with it.
What?
Like it's
It's
snow by
flipping
four.
snowing?
That's what our weather's been doing. Rain,
Yes.
snow, rain, snow.
Yes, it's
And
terrible.
and snow or rain before spring got here. It was spring before winter was over. It's just messed up.
Yeah.
But we had
And
hail earlier and big, huge thunderstorms. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
I
what
don't know
I'm
if it's
hearing.
over with, but
It's hanging.
I
Yeah, it's
just feel like
been
the weather
nasty.
is worse than a menopausal woman. And listen,
Mhm.
I'm right there with it. You know,
The
hot, cold,
weather
hot,
is
cold.
worse than a menopausal woman. Oh my
Yes,
Well,
God.
I always say, but the weather has bipolar. One minute she wants this, and the next minute
it's
I think it's what
terrible.
she does.
Well, you guys, this is climate change. I'm just gonna let
Mhm.
me just get this off my chest. If
Well,
the
let's do that.
apparently the ocean is 1 or 2 degrees warmer now, and that can make the difference in harsher and more tornadoes and hurricanes and fires and everything. Just a few degrees. We're going through it, period. I don't know why people think it's not a real thing. Yes, I am a Democrat.
Oh, we'll help you
Gee,
with that, honey. I'll help you.
newsflash. No, no one can change my mind.
Listen, I don't try to change people at all. I could,
Yeah.
y'all do you, I'm going to do me, and I'm going to live in harmony over here,
Yep.
singing my little diddlies. That's what I'm
I want
doing.
to live in love,
Yeah.
peace, and harmony.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my tree, put me in the trees, I'll be good.
Well, I'm not a tree hugger, though. Just, I'm
A
just doing
tree
my
hug.
thing, and everybody can do their thing, and, you know. That's how. Listen,
Yeah.
I know there are balloons up there and that are changing the weather and stuff like that. I don't know that I necessarily believe in climate change, but
Well,
anybody's welcome to believe whatever they want to. I mean,
I believe
it
in
doesn't
some.
affect. Listen, no matter what I believe, it's not going to change it. It's not going to change the
Right.
weather. No matter what you believe, it's not going to change
You
it.
took my
Whatever's happening is happening.
flowers.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I just want it to
Yeah.
get nice. I want it to be warmer. I'm ready to go for walks with my dog. It's been so cold that I don't even think I can walk him. I think he's gonna end up walking me because he's just growing so big. So
I
he's
used
not
to
a
have
puppy no more.
buying the clothes for the pug dog I used to walk. I walked him 5 years to the AA hall, and he was an overweight one, right? So these little
Okay.
sweatshirts with hoods, and T-shirts that
Yes.
said I'm boss dog and all this stuff. He liked wearing his little clothes. Like, he liked it. It was funny. So
Mine
the
had a
owner had
couple
a
things
little
on.
leather jacket for him, and I bought him a raincoat because, I mean, it was pell-melling down, just like that kind of rain. So I put it up
Uh,
over him, and it fit him perfect. And he passed away last year, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. She and I had a falling out over gosh darn politics. Like, that's yeah. Yeah, it was not good.
I just don't engage. I mean, I have my
That's
opinions.
smart.
I'll share my opinions if somebody wants to hear them, and I will listen to yours. But once that starts getting heated or whatever,
Yeah.
it's just bad news. I'm not going to engage in it. Just choose
Yeah.
not to. Now, back in my younger days, maybe I would have engaged more. You know what I mean? But now I'm just like, oh God, I don't have time for this crap. Like
Yeah.
we're fickle people, right? Like, we're sitting
Right.
here complaining about the weather and how cold it is and how we want it to get warm. And in 3 months, we're all going to be like, oh my God, I can't handle the heat. We're
Ugh.
fickle. We're fickle people. We're not happy with anything, right? I'm
Right.
just trying to kumbaya myself over here,
Aw,
y'all. I'm trying to just live in,
kumbaya.
yeah, for real, just live in peace with my little
Oh,
golden
look at that
retrievers.
dog.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to do.
What?
What?
That's what I have to do? Is that what
I
you
said,
said?
that's what I'm trying to do. You do you, princess. I'm going to do me.
I'm doing me. It's I'm not kidding. Like, I just told my daughter. I said I'm going to make dinner at 6, and she said, "Are you live?" And I said, "Yeah, I just had to go live to defend myself again. I have to do it. If people don't believe me, like, people aren't going to be out there pushing this shit that I never went to college. I know people think, right? Oh, she doesn't have to say anything. Yeah, I do. When it happens to you,
you have every
right?
right to.
Well, it makes me feel better because I'm
I
telling
know.
the truth. I'm telling the damn truth. She isn't. And you know what's really weird is someone can say one little thing in a chat, and instead of either ignoring it, right, especially if it's hurtful, what Rose will do is go, "Oh my God, did she?" Right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it could be something horrible. Like, someone could say, I
I,
bet I went into 10 chats and badmouthed her when I didn't, right? At all. Like 10
and
different
she'll take it and
bigger
believe it and
shows.
run with it.
Well, yeah, but she'll read it out loud and then go, "Oh my
Did she
God,
do that?
no, she didn't, did she?" Like, there could
Yeah.
possibly be some truth to it. Instead of even like,
Right.
do you know what I mean? Like, to me,
I
that's
know I've had that happen to me a
beyond
couple
wrong.
times, and she ran with it.
Yeah, yeah. She
She's like,
wants to
when
believe the
Nicolita
negative.
said, when what's her face said something about I was going around to all these platforms scamming. She like I was hurt by that because I was like, Rose, I've been your friend since day one, since I found you, and for you just to let her get up there, and then like the way she read it out, just like it crushed me because I was like, man, you're just gonna believe these people that you're not even gonna dig into it or come and ask me in a private email like, hey, is this really true? Or
Yeah,
instead they
well,
just
she
ran with
let
it.
you up. You were up on her platform, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
a
it was
couple
even
times I've
on her
been over to hers.
platform. She was willing to try to help you, you
Yeah,
know, get the funds. And me too. I had
and
it
be
go
so
into my
transparent
Cash
about it.
App into yours, but yet
Right.
then I had to be attacked about that.
And
Oh,
I
dude,
felt horrible.
wonder how much money Truth Seeker really got. Like, I
There's
kept any
something
of
wrong
it.
with
I didn't keep
everybody
a
helping
damn
each
dime.
other when they can,
I don't do
Yeah,
when
that.
they can.
yeah. Truth Seeker had proof. She had the
Mm-hmm.
receipt. She got it all. But even
Yeah.
then, when you show like receipts of things or anything, people want to run with what they want. I mean,
Yeah, they
honestly,
believe what they want to.
Because I sent
Well,
you the proof and I sent Rose the proof. I sent
mhm,
you, actually, and Maria too. I sent you 3 girls everything, because I could
mhm,
open up to you guys.
mhm.
My hubby's like, well, one of them burned you. And I was like, yeah, but at least I know the other 2 got my back, because your 3
Yeah.
girls were the ones that I opened up to and confided in. And she just
Mhm,
didn't take my
mhm.
word. She didn't believe me, I felt like. So I feel where you're coming from. And I hate having to stick up. We shouldn't have to stick up for ourselves. But like I said, when is enough is enough? How much can somebody honestly take out here? I mean, what if we wasn't able? What if I wasn't strong enough to handle, it's nuts.
I mean, I literally had the thought today, and I'm not going to do it because people will pick apart my mom's voice and say, "Oh, she sounds younger than she is, or older, or whatever the hell," right? But there's a teeny part of me that, like, if she was
Right.
willing to literally tape our conversation of what she says about visiting, like, it's gotten to that point. Like, I'm not going to, right? I'm not going to ask her. I'm not going to do it. And nobody deserves it. But my brain goes, God, I wish I could tape this conversation, because when you travel that, and furthermore, she never ever said, I will give you the money so you can go see your mom. That's a lie. She said, I'll give you part of it, then you can pay me back when I get back. And then she retracted it instantly in a statement and goes, no, no, I'm not paying for that. So she lies and says that she was going to give me a chunk of money to go see her. A, I never asked. B, I wouldn't take it anyway, even if she and I were getting along. I wouldn't. And C, it's just a plain lie. Like, had people get away with so many lies on YouTube? It's scary. I think it's scary.
There just has to be enough people that are willing to listen to it and go along.
You're right. You're actually right.
And there's enough of that going on, so that's how it goes.
Yeah. And
But
Leanie
you know
was,
your own truth. That's one thing you've always said, Tina. I know my own truth.
Yeah.
And that's really all that matters at the end of the day. And all the people that
yeah,
really care for you will believe you and understand.
yeah.
The rest of that crap out there, just like Archie Bunker used to say.
Well, Morbid, it was interesting
I
because
love watching that show.
Morbid said
Gosh.
there's the chat. Morbid said there's the chat, and then there's
Mhm.
you on panel, or him on panel, or Leanie, or whoever, right? And that the
Right.
chat is just the chat. But the thing is, like, I took that to heart and I'll never forget it. And it did mean something. But when they're trying to get to your ex, or they're
That crosses the
saying,
line.
when they're saying weird stuff like your son must think about witches because they're, why is there, why does he, well, for one, he's on the autism spectrum and he saw something he shouldn't have seen on the internet. And then also, when he was friends with some kid in Montana on the phone and they no longer speak. I mean, I literally, the his father and we all had to talk and dissolve this thing, because my son was getting so paranoid of the family. It was weird. He had never even been there. And this boy used to live here, okay? But he went and lived with his dad later on. And this boy, like 12, 13 years old, years ago, was autistic himself and told my son he was a warlock. And my son believed it. And that's why I was as far-fetched as saying, look, if I say I'm Mrs. Claus, I said, I'm not trying to be, funny here, but if I say I'm Mrs. Claus, I'm the wife of Santa, does that make it true? You cannot believe what everyone tells you, especially a child that's on the autism spectrum too. Do you see what I'm saying? And it divulged into that. He was getting more and more paranoid of whatever. And it hasn't gone away. It hasn't. Now it goes nearly away when he's on his antipsychotic med. But as everyone knows, he went off that because I said that over a month ago. Because he's, is it better to almost have heart problems and gain a ton of weight because you're constantly hungry, or deal with this in a different way? Do you know what I mean? It's hard. Well, there's Dame Defer.
I think what Dame Defer actually said, I was watching chat and she said something about ignore it all unless it's good for your channel.
Oh.
And I want to know, because you know me, I want to know, do people keep the drama going? Do people keep the pain and the misery going because it does help the channel or it keeps the views up? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
What did you say? I was reading something. Do people do what to keep the views up?
They keep the drama going and the misery and the pain to keep the views up?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And I never thought she'd be shallow like that.
Okay,
there's a pattern on YouTube of it because one group will go after the other.
Guys, I wasn't asking that question because I really didn't know. I really do know. I'm asking you what you know.
Oh, no, I know you do.
Oh, yeah.
I'm asking, basically what I'm asking from you is keeping this going. What is the end game? Is there an end game? Or
I don't think so, is there?
Gonna keep, hold on, let me talk to Tina just a second. Is there an end game to this, or is it gonna just keep going, do you think?
Let me state something first, because I know it was like a rhetorical question. The thing is, for me to literally in her chat say Happy Easter and hi Rose, right, to her, I was feeling a certain way, like I could maybe be friends with her. But when I heard her live the very next day, pushing the same lie that I don't care about my mom, I don't care she's old, I don't really love her, what's wrong with me? I was like, fuck this. I'm so freaking done. And this time today, I admit it, I'm dishing a little bit back because I can't believe the way she just instantly thinks it's okay to be driving along, fight with Lizzo, and who I think might have been 16, I'm not sure. Her young daughter comes in, tries to defend her mother, and she instantly just bashed her all the more. Like, she has no scruples. Rose has no scruples. So to answer your question, I'm going to answer it. Unless she keeps digging and digging on my ex, because see, the problem is he wrote in her damn comments and she had to blurt that out on live, right? Instead of keeping it to her damn self, right? And getting all hot inside or freaking feeling whatever she's feeling because he contacted her, and she has to make a big production of it and let everyone know, which means she's going to feed off that all the more. And I'm going to say it right here. If I have to go to the fucking courts, Joe and Rose, I'll go. So you guys don't slander me. And as far as what I've said about Joe, it's not slander. It's truth. And I tried to let him come into my chat, hang out and make friends and be nice. And he treated me like shit. And I had to block him 3 different times. So then when he couldn't do that, he started calling my son and doing it and leaving emails and this and that. So to say that I'm not going to stick up for myself, no, I'll probably continue doing that. If she can leave my ex alone, who's drunk and making shit up like I never went to college, all right, who cares, right? I do care. I did go to college. Because if he can just lie about that, what's going to be the next damn lie, right? He'll probably say my Shaylin's dad isn't her dad for all I damn well know. Who knows what he's going to conjure up? Okay, the guy drinks every day. And he's saying that my voice is fake. That pisses me off. This is my voice. It's turned into something a little more higher and whatever. I'm older now, but it's my voice. He hasn't seen me in 5 years. He freaking stutters from his drinking. He stutters. Now, I'm not picking on people that stutter. I'm just saying it's from drinking. So he has nowhere to talk. No way to, and then she wants to just go along with it. Oh, I'm going to believe Joe. Well, whatever. And so if she can lay off and quit pushing the narrative, which she won't. She will never stop pushing the narrative, Leanie, that I don't really care about my mom and I don't love my mom and I don't want to see her. You know why she can't stop that narrative? Because then she's wrong. She was wrong all along. So she has to push it. She has to make sure that people think that I'm a bad daughter. She even said that my own daughter should, not 86, something me, meaning get rid of me. When I'm older or not far from now, let me loose, like not care about me. She's pulling my daughter into this shit. She's a fucking whack nut. And this is what I mean. In one breath, right, she's going, oh, Lionel's attacking my kids. What the fuck, Rose, are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? You're insinuating stuff with my daughter. You've insinuated stuff with my son. Now you're getting involved with my ex. This is what I mean. She can dish it out and she can't fucking take it. But this is a thing. She can take it. You know why? She loves it. She loves this antagonism and this fucking fighting. And it might take her to have a damn stroke like I did 3 years ago. Not over cyberbullying, high blood pressure and cholesterol. Might take her something like that to ever cool her fucking jets. I'm not sure that'll even work. So I can't even answer your question.
Okay.
She won't fucking quit.
So maybe this will be maybe a little bit, and you may not even be able to answer it right now. You may have to do some thinking about it before you can, but I just want to drop this in your head. What can you do to stop it? What can you do? Does that mean like never going to her channel again, blocking her, blocking whoever's involved, whatever is going on, just blocking it all out, go back to doing the fun Tina dancing, the reading, the things that you're passionate about, and then hopefully there'll be a new person along the way that people will want to hear crap about. I mean, so if we can't change someone else's behavior, how do we change our own? Do you know what I mean? Because if you don't, then this is what your channel looks like from now until whenever you shut it down.
Right.
And I would love to do some stuff with you, Tina, like with some cases, like some crime cases.
Well, you know what I'm going
to do some stuff with you.
This is what I'm going to have to do because I'm literally answering Leanie's question. Yeah, and you're right, Truth Seeker. We do some things together. Is not watch her damn shows. But I feel like I have to be one ahead. I feel like I need to know what's going on, especially now that she wants to talk to my ex all over again. In one breath, 3 days ago, she says, well, you called the police, so I'm not gonna contact him.
I really hope she don't.
So I would have to do that. I would have to block her so she can't come into my chat ever because I unblocked her. She's so been out of shape about Lionel and Mission being in my chat. God forbid I make them mods when I make so many other people mods. It's like she isn't even fighting for me and my sanity, but I'm supposed to fight her damn battles with her, with Lionel and them. She doesn't give two shits about me because if she did, 12 days ago, she wouldn't have called me on live flipping internet a cunt, a whore, a bitch, a slut. Nobody does that. I mean, if she was drunk, right, I might be able to forgive her a little, right? She got kind of bent out of shape and she was drinking. No, she's stone cold sober.
I just hope
That's
she sees
weird.
how much she's hurting you.
So, well, the thing is, Leanie's right. You can't change other people, so I have to change myself. And I feel like if I end up going to the courts or something, that might be the only way I could stop watching her shows. At this point, I feel like I need to be, because this is, if I hadn't watched her show today, I wouldn't have known that my ex was in her comments yesterday. Do you see what I mean? So I feel like it's wise to be one ahead, to have a clue what's going on.
I didn't think she would stoop to that level. I honestly did not. I honestly, in my wildest dreams, would not think that that Rose would stoop to that level and have him in your chat, knowing you've had a DV situation with him. That just changes the whole outlook.
Well, all of it. And it's not even, it's anyone, you guys. Think of all the creators out there who would go for
a DV situation
to smear someone. That's way below the belt. That's just weird. That's weird. Like,
that is weird.
But
it makes me
Leanie's
think,
right.
like, what
Leanie's right. I'm the only one that's going to be able to change and not feed the beast.
Right, you got to stop the cycle.
Not feed the beast. I read the narcissistic articles I got, and it said that when narcissists aren't fed, they come at you all the more. I found that interesting.
That's
so even if you shut them off, block them, and whatever, they think they need and want more, and you have to get the law and the courts involved if you have to, because they don't stop if they're a narcissist. Now, do I have narcissistic tendencies? Yeah, I probably do. Okay, I like getting views and subs and being seen and talking to people and feeling important now and then and having someone to socialize with. Probably I have some narcissistic tendencies, but I can flat tell you I'm not a full-fledged narcissist. And she is. She just is. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. But this is going to feed her all the more. You're right, Leanie. She's going to do a whole big show. Hashtag PCT. Oh, did I hit a nerve? There, you can name it that. Name it that, Rose. She was never my friend. She wants to turn around and say I was never her friend. Yes, I was. I opened my gifts on panel. I sent her a handwritten card. I listened to all her voice messages. I didn't just pick what I wanted to on the way I felt, like she started doing to me. She not only wouldn't listen to the one where she bashed me, but one before that. So it was a pattern of hers if she didn't feel like it, you know. I'd always respond back. I was there for her as much as she was there for me. So for her to twist this and make it be like, oh, she used me for gifts and she was never my friend. No, Rose, you were never my friend, because I think that she thought if she sent me gifts and extra things that she could. When I didn't see my mom this past summer and then it came up, she harbored that anger all these months, these 6 months or whatever. What? Because she gave me gifts, she can verbally attack me in Messenger and threaten me 12 times. She's going to wring my neck. Okay, that doesn't mean I think she's going to do it. That means she was angry enough to say it that many damn times. That's weird. And then I'm going to kill her. I mean, she hit her fist down on the table in the voice messages. And then if that isn't bad enough, she's going to publicly drag me. She said the word drag. She said, I'm going to go public. I'm going to go public. Oh, you better. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, I pray to God. Oh, and what she was really saying, Leanie and Truth Seeker and Sherry, is she was letting me know what she was doing. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't saying, I'm not going to go. Don't worry. No, she was letting me know for 36 minutes she was going to. And frankly, we were both live at the same damn time. It wasn't me first. It probably wasn't her first. Both of us were live at the same time. So it's whatever. She brought it on. Her threats made me show her vileness. Period. Anyway.
Period. Love that. Came in like hot.
Oh, God. Now I have a headache. Okay, there's 6 messages in private chat. Oh, they're from you, Truth
Yes,
Seeker.
they're from me. I was trying to get your attention.
Traders
Like,
is streaming me? Why?
Yes.
Why? Because she's kind of with the Tiger family now?
Yeah,
Whatever.
and Rosa's in her chat, so now they're gonna know that I told you.
Oh,
told you.
God. Whatever. You know, this is a thing. I'm not afraid to say my
I know
truth.
that. I'm not afraid.
And no one can take that from me.
I know. I don't want them to
No,
take
you've
that from me
covered
either.
some pretty interesting things recently that many people have appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, right now we could talk about what is, did you guys remember when that Apple River stabbing thing happened? I remember hearing it like on the news. Did you guys hear about that?
One.
They're doing the court. It's on Court TV now. They're having the trial. Did you hear about it, Leanie?
Maybe we should deep dive into that. Maybe I'll dig into that.
I don't know if I remember that one or not.
That's the one where the guy was hanging out and he dropped his phone, maybe on purpose, probably not though. And they said that he had mentioned looking at young girls or something, but this was a bunch of teens that were wasted. Everyone was drunk. He was drunk. They were drunk. The friends were drunk. And I mean, they're even standing in camera holding beers in the water, right?
Okay.
And he had a knife. And he was so angry at what they were saying and this and that and the other thing. He killed one guy. And the thing is, in this court TV, one of the young boys took still shots. And I'm not, trigger warning in the chat, but
trigger warning.
You could see, I'm going to say it, a lot of blood around this one young guy, holding his stomach.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of the court TV he was disemboweled. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, one of them was, and then that one girl was her diaphragm, and I mean, it's just, and it's in the middle of the day, and the perpetrator, whatever, he's lost a lot of weight. He looks like, he's been in jail for a while and hasn't been able to drink, but do you guys think he's going to get guilty? I mean, I do.
I don't know about the article. I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna dig it up. I'm gonna look into it and see.
I can't even remember what state it was in. Was it down south even?
What was the title? River?
Was it Wisconsin? Wait, I think
it was Wisconsin.
There's a lot of stuff that happens in Wisconsin. A lot.
I mean, that's scary.
Yeah.
And what he did was wrong, but in all honesty, too, it kind of seems like they taunted him. Do you see what I mean? Like, they should have zipped it. But when you're young, right, 17, you're drinking, you feel more bold, right?
Right.
I was watching those two blonde women, right up to his face. That's something I would have done in my 20s, 30s, and even 40s. It is, especially with the liquid.
I couldn't hurt a soul,
right?
I'm too nice. There's no way.
Because when you're a woman, you think, or I did, if you walk up to a man like that, because you're
Yeah,
a woman and you're that daring, then they're going to
that means
listen, right? No,
right.
he slashed him, for God's sakes. And I guess I haven't been following it real close, but the blonde gal that got it in the side was crying on the stand, apparently. Yeah.
I'll have to dig into that one. There's been a couple of them that I've been working on, but I've had some real life issues I've had to take care of, and still in the process of taking care of some stuff, but it's getting there.
Is your dad doing okay these days?
He's doing pretty good. Nothing too serious. They still have to eventually do. They wanted something done with his heart, and then they also got to try to remove the blood clots again. I know he's got one in his leg, and every time they try to do that band-aid, it only works for like maybe 2 or 3 months. So it's just he still can't drive yet. He still sits in his wheelchair a lot, but he can get up
Oh.
and move around if he has his walker or his cane. And I just don't trust my sisters, and so
Oh. Tell Leanie,
yeah.
because I don't know if Leanie knows how he fell and how many ribs he broke. Did you hear what
So
happened to her dad, Leanie, about, was it a year
No.
ago?
I'd say probably like at least 6 or 7 months ago is when he had a pacemaker in his heart, and
Tell her his age and
so he
all
is
that.
68. He's 68 years old, born in 56. But he has a pacemaker, and his pacemaker has kept getting infected. And the way that the VA explained it
Well, no,
was,
I'm interrupting you. I mean, when he
oh
was
no,
carrying his cup of coffee and he fell,
so he was
that
carrying
whole
his
thing.
cup of coffee, and he had fell and broke 1 through 5 of his ribs, and that's when they found out that his neck was broken. But his neck wasn't broken due to the fall; it was broken due to the bacteria ate away his front of his neck. So they had to go in and do a 9-hour surgery and fix his neck, and then he just had to heal. And
All from
then,
tripping with a cup of
yep,
coffee. Like
Oh
when
with
my
a
you
cup of
word.
coffee, he
breaking
was
that many ribs.
going out to smoke his coffee. He usually gets up early in the morning, gets up and goes out and has his coffee, watches, being nosy, listen to his scanner, and he was coming back in, and he said when he fell, he didn't even spill the coffee. He must have had one of those coffees with the lids, because he said he had his coffee, but then once he had all fell and broke that set of ribs, he fell again, broke his hip, and then broke the left side of his ribs.
What?
Oh
I
He's
didn't
had
Lord.
know
too many
any of
falls.
that.
Yes.
When was
Yeah.
that? A month or
So he
two
broke
ago? Oh my gosh.
just recently, about 2 months ago, right before Christmas. I want to say, or maybe it was after Christmas. He had fallen again after
Oh
getting all of
God.
his neck stuff repaired. Fell again, and he says it was his fault. He was rushing himself. I don't think it was. I think it was my nephews rushing my dad, and my dad got out the car, and then boom, that's where he went. And I
Oh
live
my
an hour and a half
God.
away, so it's like, yeah, so I'm not like a hop, skip, and a jump, and I don't have a great brand new car just to be, that's a lot of trips back home.
Well, she
So
wasn't sure,
it's been
Lainey, he
hard,
was
but
gonna even make it. The first whole
yeah,
accident thing. She
And
was
he's
crying and
that
really
surgery,
upset.
mm-hmm,
and he's
that surgery was
68.
9 hours.
He used to be in the
And I think
military,
they,
right? And where was his
yep,
wife?
Navy.
Or Nate?
My
Where?
stepmom died, so
Oh yeah,
my
okay.
stepmom was his rock, was my rock. My stepmom made sure my dad was very taken care of with his health. I was coming up every weekend and staying with him and just spending time with him. And like my stepmom, she, we tried, my niece tried to take care of my dad, but then my
Is
niece
he
had
in a
her
nursing
baby.
home? Is he in a nursing
No,
home
he
now?
has he has a little spot. He has like this efficiency house, and one of my sisters is supposed to live with him, but Then comes my half sister with all of her riffraff. So yeah, they've gotten my dad in a couple predicaments, but he's doing better now. I told him, I said, Dad, maybe it's just not meant to drive again right now. I mean, if you're still, you're in a wheelchair, you don't need to, I hate to tell him, like, hey, like, how do you take your parents? Like, how do I tell my father, like, my driving is my everything. If I can't go for my therapy drive, like, it's just hard for me to be like, okay, Dad. Or my mom, who's 71 now, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I can do it. Like, take their license away because it's getting to a point where I don't want them to hurt themselves or,
But
or anyone
you
else.
can't. Can you do that, you guys,
I
ladies?
don't
Can you go
know.
to the courts if you think your parents are unfit to drive and get it taken from them?
I don't
Can you
know.
do that?
Anybody knows? Let me know, okay? Because
Well,
let
you
me
can
know
get
how to
power
get
of
through this.
attorney, which would include driving.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You'd have to have power of attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know my brother, he's just, he would probably say, Mom, okay, it's time. But I don't think he's going to be firm with her. So I think I'm going to be like more taking care of my mom. My half sister has my dad, but she don't even drive. So the other half sister drives him everywhere. But it's just my mom, I know sometimes she likes to look around at scenery
Oh
instead of
boy.
paying attention.
Mm,
So, yeah.
mm,
It's just hard because that's my mom. She loves to drive. She loves going up and sitting at the pier, watching all the folks fishing, and
mm.
so I mean, she gets to the car. I mean, she can do stuff for herself, but she has to take breaks and sit down
I
periodically, and it's
told
hard for
my
her to get
mother,
up.
yeah, people don't want to really go to nursing homes. I mean, they're
Mm-mm.
probably willing, I suppose, if they have to. But I told my mom a few years ago, it said if she could fly here if her husband passes, right? And she's alone and whatever, right? I would take care of her. Definitely take care of her. I'd be
Yeah,
happy to do that. Then have her go into some kind of nursing home. You know what I mean? But she's
yeah.
not
I
all
mean,
sick like that. Now people are going to run with that.
no, but there are good nursing
She's
homes
not
because my
even
dad was
sick.
in a nursing home and it didn't work. So you got to find the
Uh,
right ones, but I'm sure where you're at, you might have some really high qualified and we all want to take care of our parents and some nursing homes are not the greatest. I mean, we just pulled my dad out of one, so we know they weren't flipping
I
him
can't even
proper.
look at those videos. I've seen some
Yeah,
of those videos, and yeah, they're
they're
tempting
on
to
there.
watch, right? With the hidden
Yeah,
cameras, it's just too much.
yeah. He said I could tell his story and let people know that he's got a bad heart and you know
Yeah.
he's still fighting, like he hasn't stopped. He hasn't said, "Hey, okay, I'm tired. I'm giving up."
Well,
So
he's 68 now, and this
yeah.
happened when he was 67. Yeah.
So it
Is
started
it
in nine
still?
11.
Oh,
His first problems, that was his first massive. He had to have a triple bypass on 9/11. When everything was going on, we were in a lockdown at the VA. So,
oh wow.
yeah.
I'm gonna go preheat the oven, and I'll be right back. You guys can
Okay.
chit chat amongst yourselves. Is it still snowing, Sherry, in Iowa?
It's snowing?
Or was that yesterday? She's gone. Is it snowing where you
Well,
are, Leanie? You said
It
it
was.
was snow.
It's supposed to snow again tonight.
Are we talking a few flurries or a lot of snow?
Yeah, no, just enough to
Oh.
just sweep the ground,
oh,
but
Mm-hmm.
not tons of snow. No.
All
I,
right, I'll be back. You guys chit chat
Laney,
amongst each other.
yes,
if
dear.
you,
Are anyone asking questions in chat or
yeah,
anything?
let
I
us
mean, I
know.
don't.
I'll
I
look
go
at
ahead and.
chat in a minute.
All right, I'm gonna go preheat the oven.
So, Laney, if you did get a bunch of snow, would you go sledding?
I can't. My back.
You can't? Oh,
No.
I can't really, like I loved climbing these hills back in my hometown, but now that I'm older and I got my back problems, it'd probably be hard. But just one time up that hill would just feel good.
Yeah, I like the snow from inside. Even before I had back problems, I like the snow from inside. I'll go out and play snowball, stuff like that for a little bit, but I can't. I used to sit in the car even before I
Mm.
had back problems and watch them slide up and down the hills because that just did not look fun to me. It's
Oh,
cold. I've had, yeah, it's cold and it's hard for me to regulate body temperature.
okay.
So I'm happy just to sit in there and watch them do it. Um, now I love walking, um, miles of walking. I love that. But yeah, in the cold, no, I'm good.
Yeah, see, if I have I usually bundle up pretty good. Like I usually have like a really good fluffy pair of sweatpants, and I grab another pair of pajama pants and boots and gloves, and we would bundle up pretty good. And I don't like to sweat, so I like being out in the cold for a little bit. I can tolerate it for a little bit, like maybe an hour tops. But yeah,
You must not have thyroid problems then.
no, nope. I
Yeah.
just got tested for that, and I'm good. I'm in the clear with that. So
Yeah, if you had hypothyroidism, well, your thyroid controls your body temperature. And if
okay,
you have
yeah,
hypothyroidism, then it's hard for you to stay warm. And to get once you get cold, it's hard to get warm. So,
okay,
yeah, that's no fun. It's no fun at all. Mm-mm.
no. I know my mom, she'd always just sit in the car and watch us, and she didn't like to be out in the cold. And plus now that she's 71, she said always says me my bones hurt and my bones are brittle, and I'm like, no, you're not, Mom. You're a spring chicken. What are you talking about?
Uh-huh.
And she'll just look at me, just give me this like look, like, are you high?
I want to say this about the
So
nursing homes really quick.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, most nursing homes just suck and they're
Mhm.
terrible.
Mhm.
But if no matter if your family member has to go into a nursing home or for whatever reason, the idea is to try to keep them out of nursing homes, and
Yep.
there are programs out there
Mhm.
to help you be able to keep your loved one in your home. But if that's not available, the ideal with nursing homes is people will go visit their family members at the same time on the same days, 365, right? You can't do that. The staff at every nursing home is aware of what time family members come every week, every day, whatever it is. You have to switch it up. One day go in for breakfast, the next day go in for dinner. I mean, you're just going to have to go in and don't have a schedule at all. That is so that
To
if
have a
there's any
schedule.
kind of abuse going on in the home, whereas like your loved one is not being cared for, um, you know, their skincare isn't being done, they're not being cleaned, they're not being showered, they're not being fed right or whatever. They know your schedule, so they're going to hurry up 30 minutes before you get there, get your loved one looking decent, fed, or get them ready to be fed or whatever. It's going to try to look like a great place, right?
Yep.
So if you switch it up and you every day go a different time, or whatever day you go a different time, they will be on alert that at any moment you could walk in that home to see your loved one, and your loved one will get better care.
Yep. And that's
Honestly.
how my sister did it with my dad when, we found out that they weren't flipping him every 2 hours, and he's gotten these
Mm,
massive bed sores. And with him
mm,
being diabetic, like he can't get those. Like they
yeah.
weren't, up here, the hospitals were so good to him. I was just so happy and so thrilled that, he's used to the VA style of treatment. Sometimes the VAs are really good, and sometimes you got your
Hmm.
awful bad eggs that shouldn't be in that profession.
Yeah.
It's up to the family and I had the guy that ran the VA. He said, if I don't know about these things, I can't get them out here. So he's like, I need family members to start speaking up and telling me, like, not to be scared to, hey, this nurse on this floor is treating this patient, like. So
Hmm.
speak up, folks. If you see something, say something.
Yeah. And I
It
mean,
could be your loved one going through that.
and the way that the world is, it's we're in a shortage right now of caregivers, CNAs, nursing. We're in a shortage of them right now. So there's a lot of these nursing homes are very, very understaffed. And so you're dealing with that problem too. But then the ones that are staffed, um, a lot of them are just really shitty people, and they're treating your loved one like they're a second, third class citizen, and you have to advocate for them. You have to. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie to you, sometimes you can go to the director every freaking day you're there and tell them, look, you know, I walked in here and this is what I saw. If depending on the shortage, they're not going to get rid of that CNA or that nurse or whatever's working there. They're probably not going to get rid of them. You know what I mean? What they're going to do is move them on down the hall from where your loved one is, so that the next time you come in, you don't run into them as much. So you've got that happening in the nursing homes as well. So the best advice, you guys, is just seriously go in. Don't have a schedule when you're going to go see your loved ones. And if you go on every Wednesday, switch it up and go on a Monday and see what's happening.
I'm so
Seriously.
glad you said that.
Seriously. And there are programs out there. I mean, it's not easy I mean, there are different reasons that some people can't keep their parents home or their grandparents or whatever, you know. But
Right.
if people realized how many programs we have out there um, for people who are special needs and for people who are elderly, that can give the caregiver in the home a break, it's becoming more manageable every day, you guys, every day, to be able to keep your loved one at home. And, we don't think about, I'm not talking about our loved ones who actually have to be lifted to go to the restroom or anything like that. I'm talking about a loved one who may just have, early onset of dementia or things, maybe a special needs, you know. Remember, there are people out there, your friends. Use your friends and other family members and say, hey, I need a break.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Chill out there. It's nice and warm in here. Sorry.
Right. My dad has vascular dementia.
Mm-hmm.
And they did say eventually it'll go up to his mind, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's like, and they have it called as vascular dementia. But my dad has a lot of vein problem situation. But Tina Laney suggested some really good tips on like nursing homes and stuff. If you ever have a suspicion of your loved one being hurt, to go in at a different time, like to catch them.
Oh, good idea.
Like if you go on a set schedule every day to see your loved one, for like she was saying, like every day at 2:00 you go see your loved one.
Yeah,
To go in
show
at
up
3 or 4, yeah, because they're gonna be rushing to get your loved one ready. Lainey said it perfect. I can't believe it. She's amazing.
Wow.
Score for Lainey.
Yeah. Yeah, I got this. Look what my uncle sent me. A bunch of tractors.
Oh, those are cool. Those are like, you guys saw that show American
Oh.
I
Pickers?
think that's my uncle. I think that's my
Okay.
uncle. I haven't seen him in so long. But yeah.
Do you guys love the show American Pickers? Do you
All
like
the
old antiques,
Iowa.
Tina?
I used to watch that hillbilly stuff where people will have
The
weddings
moonshine?
and receptions, and they'll like ride on mattresses through mud and stuff. I always
Really?
thought that would be really fun and really cool. Like, you know how they do that different stuff, Sherry, over in down south. Leanie's from Georgia and Sherry's from Kentucky. Did you ever go to like a wedding reception like that where
I want mine to be in a barn.
pulling mattresses and doing, what's the other stuff? Do you guys know what shows I'm talking about on YouTube? What was the name of it? Oh, redneck weddings or redneck receptions.
Really?
Oh boy.
See, I want to a
I
barn
think they look like
theme wedding,
fun.
but not mudding and sledding. Yeah, no. But I do want
No,
the.
I'm talking like the reception, the fun
Mm,
parts of it, you know. I mean, but her dress is black or brown from mud, you know what I mean?
right.
And yeah. It keeps like this. It's going to be too much water under the bridge. Here, I'm going to peek at some comments.
Yes, read some
It
comments.
only goes back to a certain amount.
Huh,
Hi
that's weird.
Sierra, Dame
Hey,
Defer. Hi Tina.
Sierra.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I do love Team Rose too. Between you and me and the internet, I think it's best to take the argument off the internet. Yeah, tell her to stop. Tell her she shouldn't have dragged me for 12 days. To
Why do
where
you,
I
I
had to
mean,
call the damn police on live to get her to stop. And I did it on live, Dame Defer, because I knew people wouldn't believe me. My people would, right? You guys would believe me if I said I did, but no one in our chat would have. And I, you
right,
know,
I don't think you said anything bad on Morbids, like, I haven't seen, I just keeps, I really haven't seen you keep making, only about to defend yourself.
yeah,
But
I
I haven't been
disagree with
on for 2
this.
days though. I've been kind of in and out of chats. Like I've been on for a couple minutes for certain people, and then I've had a bunch of real life stuff going on. Washer and dryer, getting it out, breaking, getting a new
Mhm.
one.
Yeah,
And I have gas, so I have to worry about that's more dangerous and scary stuff than I needed to worry about online. So I haven't really been,
yeah. But
but I
this
haven't
stuff
seen
right
anything.
here, it's lipstick, not witches. Ernie meant to say no, because he said how much
No.
he was scared of witches
Hmm.
himself. So I
You
just,
said both. I heard both, witches and lips.
I can't
So
put curl. Well, I've got, wait, this side. I've got
you could
layer.
put curls in
She
that.
said put some curl in it, but
Yeah, you
I've
could.
got layer,
I mean,
and
you
then
do
this
have it
side
layers.
like
I
that.
was thinking more feathered, like kind of feathered, but you do have. It's cute. You could do some curls to it, like if
Thanks,
you
you
did
guys.
the pencil trick of curling, which does work.
No, my hair. I mean, the pieces. Look,
I mean, mine don't hold it.
they're
Mine's
like
more wavy. I have to do the Shirley Temple look. I got to do the old school way. You know how Shirley Temple, the little pink ones that your
hi,
mom would put in your
Lisa.
hair.
Yeah, that's what my
You
daughter
sleep with them.
has.
You sleep with them, and you
Yeah.
put them in wet. And I love doing it.
Thanks, you guys. Wow, I'm getting a lot of compliments on my hair. I mean, I knew I'd get some, right? But I didn't think I'd get this many.
We love you, and you have a
Ed
whole
Lizzo.
community. You know,
I know
and poor
Rose is a
Lizzo,
liar.
to what
That's
she's
why I
being
said
gone
she was
through
so.
right now is, ridiculous.
Thank you.
I see what Lizzo's been trying to be like neutral too. I've seen her try to be neutral, but when it's enough is
Yeah.
enough, and it's time to step in. You got to have good friends that see this type of stuff, and for her to be bullied just as bad because she's made us, said, hey, I don't like what you're doing, you both need to stop. I know I've said that numerous times, like, hey, I've been trying to be neutral and biased, I'm seeing my friends fighting and it hurts, like, it hurts
Let me answer
everybody.
this. Let me answer this, Truth Seeker. It says,
I'm
Tina,
muting.
at our age, whoops, I would love to see female creators discuss youthing, how we could stay active, fit, and happy. If you or Rose don't don't do it, I will. Holistic dance and being beautiful. That's how it used to be. And then all I did, I mean, really, you guys, all I did was read a letter that I'd gotten that day from my mom. I wasn't all boo-hooing at the end. I got a little choked up because I missed my mom. And then I stated, I wish I had it, but call your mom, stay in touch with your mom,
Yes,
right? And it was all held and brought against me. So
when
it's
you said
what.
that, I started calling my mom more. When you said that, I think when you said that your intention was to get, people to realize call you parents more. Like, sometimes I'd get mad when my mom leaves me all these freaking voicemails in my mailbox, but I'm like, you know what? You're one of those days you're gonna miss that fucking voicemail. So I quit, like, now I keep them, I cherish them, I save them,
Yeah, I
because
wish
I
I had
realized,
voicemails of my
you
mom's
know,
voice. I talked to her on Easter, and when we were hanging up, I was remembering it's semi
so
high
I just
pitched,
save
I
it.
noticed, like mine. My
Yeah.
sister and I sound just alike. Nobody can
Aw.
tell us apart half the time. But let me read this one. Just look at trauma history. Some people are not mentally stable for YouTube. Just be careful. We never know who we are dealing with. Find your center. People will always talk. There's
I feel
really a
that.
lot of
Hmm.
wise stuff in here.
You know, I wish I would have got the message, but I did have somebody, between all this fighting, and I did have somebody say that they were coming for me, and I'm like, okay.
Look, here's Lizzo. Here's Lizzo. She doesn't think she's doing any wrong. She genuinely believes everyone's bullying her. Well, that is because she's programmed her narcissistic brain. I'm just going to say it, to believe it. Pathological liars do start believing their own lies. Right, Lainey? Isn't there some truth to that? My son had a friend. He would pathologically lie, and they believe their own lie. They really do believe them.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look at this.
Uh-oh, what's happening?
BICTC. So they didn't spell it right.
Okay.
Tina new baby daddy. But is that rapper? Because that's something rapper would do with the
I
one
don't know.
little
Rapper was
letters.
in here earlier acting funny. He was like,
I
he was saying some
mean,
off the wall things that I didn't like, but I didn't really,
well, he's mad. I think he's mad
Why is he mad?
because he doesn't have a wrench. I think he doesn't have a wrench, or did he have one?
Well, didn't he ask for two people to be I don't know the situation, but I seen it in the chat one night about the
It's
Mean
gone
Girls.
way too far. And Dame
Yeah, it has.
Defer, if you watch back her lives, two were so bad. Woman in my messenger said you need to private two of those. I mean, I I don't believe in dragging people. I don't. But I, by God, will defend myself. That's why she's brought up at all. If she's wondering right now why she's being talked about, it's because she continues to drag me in these little ways. And I'm going to defend myself. There's a difference. Dragging is like mean, like, right? Hitting
Right.
below the belt and making it like some kind of comedic routine.
But she is.
I've never heard the word dragging, you guys, until last year. I've heard of roasting, right?
Roasting, yeah.
But roasting isn't dragging, right?
No.
Roasting,
Well,
like, you're going to kind of be picked on a little bit, but dragging is just
I think they're the same.
drag.
I don't know.
No, I don't think they're the same.
I think
Do
roasting
you?
is
How
where you're
about
gonna dog somebody,
let
and
me let
dragging.
Sherry talk for a little bit
Yeah.
here. If Sherry, do you think dragging is the same as what did I just say, you guys? Oh, as roasting. She's gone. She's a rolling one. No, 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 no. You haven't been following like I have. When it's against you, dragging is dragging. When you're called, she's probably not even in chat anymore. When you're told you don't feed your kids nutritious meals, you're a lousy mother. Um, you're pumping them up with meds so you can keep them hidden in the house. You don't want them to have a life. You're a psycho. You're a nut. You're a whore. You're a cunt. You're a slut. You're a bitch. You're this. You're that. You're that. And it goes on for 8-hour lives or 5-hour lives, 5 lives a damn day, and into the night for 12 days in a row. that's dragging. And yeah, you are a narcissist. You're a narcissist when you want to hurt the other person so bad. I mean, like, I've never experienced anything like it. Never. Yeah, the anger is disproportional.
And I don't think you should leave. Somebody put in
They're
that.
streaming me. Oh, God.
Yeah, so there's somebody streaming, but also somebody wrote in the comments. I don't know where it went. Saying some, I don't want you to go, so don't leave. Don't leave YouTube. You are perfect at it.
Oh, thank you for putting the disclaimer in. Are you there, Sherry?
Welcome.
I'm trying to give you a chance to talk if you want to say anything. Oh, you guys are watching the trial a little bit, Isabella, Elaine. Oh, yeah. Okay, Monica says basically the man was seen punching. Yeah. Well,
That's
yeah,
horrible.
he got it in the face, the first person. But then the other blonde was, stabbed. I guess I could say that.
I can't wait to get my laptop back, and then I'll be able to do some more showing the screen and stuff. But we'll have to dip. I'm gonna have to look into that one because that sounds interesting.
Who laminates eyebrows? What?
What?
Oh, that's probably a name of someone laminating
Okay.
eyebrows.
Maybe they're saying you have
You can get
illuminating
everything
eyebrows?
done these days, apparently. I am just a fan of Tina's. Justin Jones won. I wonder who that is.
Okay, is Lainey still here? What does she think about roasting and dragging?
I don't know, but you and I have done most of the talking, so let's let them talk a little bit.
No, I was just sweeping a floor.
Oh.
No, roasting and dragging, I believe, are two different things. Roasting is where you are aware people are making fun of you, but you're in on it and you can laugh at yourself while you're being roasted.
You're in on it. Right.
You're in on it. You're sitting there. You're laughing at yourself while people are laughing with you. And most of what's being roasted is completely correct. And then dragging is the same thing, just dragging someone through the mud to hurt them, to whether it's true or it's not true. It could be very true. What they're dragging you on could be very, very true, but it's meant to hurt and to bring awareness to things. Defile, slander, absolutely.
Character assassinate, all the things. There's a reason it's all illegal. Okay. People think just because they're on the internet, it's not illegal. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. I'm going to get off here because I'm going to say goodnight to Beefcake. And
to Beefcake. You're so funny.
Y'all know he's my Beefcake now. You know that.
That's cute. How long have you called him Beefcake? Like
since
your
we were
whole
dating.
Life?
Yeah.
Really?
That's
cute.
22 years, probably. Yeah.
Wow,
here's my Beefcake.
That's cute.
So,
good seeing you,
hi everyone. Well, you guys, I'm gonna go too because they don't need to have hours and hours of my content. Do you know what I mean? And I've been up here for 2.5 hours. Thank you, ladies.
I'm sure they do. So
y'all have a good night. Thanks for having me.
Love you all.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I love you guys. We'll talk more
next
next time, probably tomorrow or something.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Sorry for me talking. Bye.
Bye,
Love you.
Thank you. No, thanks for coming up, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Lainey, you're in backstage. Want me to kick you? Kick from studio. There. Oh. I'll like my hair a little bit more when it's to here, but it's whatever, right? It is what it is. Rapper ran out of antidote? Rapper is on bad behavior tonight. Oh, thanks, Kayla. Oh, and by the way, I'm glad you're here. I'm not going after Morbid. You guys, that's just so ridiculous. Does he have a nice voice? Very newscastery? That's not even a word. Yeah, he does. But no, I'm not going after him. People are really funny. They're like, oh, Dolly Vision. Oh, Ernie Shell. Oh, Morbid. I mean, for real, you guys are ridiculous. God. Oh, hi, Just Becca. Yeah, she might as well have a damn drink. No, no, I'm doing okay. You know, and that's why I bring up Jimmy now and then, because he helped me have some notoriety, right? If you don't know me, Al, being co-host, I always say it, for 3 months last year on was that last year? Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was June, July, and August of last year. No, it wasn't. No, it was June, July, and August the year before. Or was it last year? What's wrong with me? Why can't I think? Oh, Rapper. Look at all the people. Yeah, well, Beach Blanket, are you still here? I hope you are. I was talking about her because he brought her up. He said, would you be willing to come up with Rose? I'll be the mediator. He brought her up. I'm not blaming him, but that's why I was talking about her. I didn't go up there to talk about her. I want to know how he was doing. The only reason I even went in chat, this is the truth. I was like from afar, and somebody wrote in chat, I can't remember her name, someone I don't know, said, I wonder if PCT and Ernie are still beefing. So I typed, I'm not beefing with anyone anymore. And then Morbid saw it, and then he put the panel thing in. And I knew, because he had talked about me a little bit in the Ernie thing the day before, then he might have some questions. But I didn't go up there and bash Ernie or anything. I didn't. And I won't. I mean, he is who he is. And I believe who he was, and it is what it is. I don't know. Thank you. Thanks. It's nice to see you, Steph K. I thought you were upset with me. You guys are funny. Thank you. Oh, I don't, you know what? I tell people they can stream me. And even clip me. Like, I got clipped a lot by different channels when I was on Dolly Vision. I don't get clipped that much anymore. Well, maybe I do a little bit, but I don't care. In all honesty, it gets your name out even more. It does, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rapper, can you stop being all mad because you don't have a wrench? I thought I gave it back to you. Will you not spam my chat if you're funny, Artsy. You're funny. Just think you are some mastermind. Embrace your villain era. You're really funny, Sierra. Gosh, it's 20 minutes to 7. Yeah. Oh my God, you're too much. You guys, it was bizarre being up on Morbid's panel with that Hormaxer guy because, like, think about it. Morbid was sounding like, what's that show, that late night show where Robin was the sidekick and would laugh at all his jokes? Gosh darn it. What's it called? I don't want to sign off until someone writes in here what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about, you guys? Robin, that weirdo in his underwear. I saw that guy. He was I mean, I just had to. Yeah, Howard Stern. Thank God, Mary Jean. See, this is what I mean. My words escape me. I can remember all these details from the dang past, but yeah. So Morbid's Howard Stern, right? I'm Robin, giggling away and whatever, and Hormaxer is the guest. That's what I was feeling like. Thank you, Edna. I don't really talk on the phone. I think I saw you somewhere trying to call me because you were concerned. And I want to just say if that's true, that's nice of you. But my phone is off half the time. Now, if I go to the store, like right now, the volume's all the way down. But when I go to the store, of course, it's on. And yeah. So I had to buy my daughter a new phone card today. Got that done. Got some things for the guinea pig. And thanks everyone for coming in. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Have you guys hit the like? If anyone wants to support my little old channel here, I have a Cash App and a PayPal. Howard Saturn? Barbie Girl says, show booty holes. Rapper, what's wrong with you tonight? Oh, Lord. I don't want to put you in timeout. I'll just ban it and delete those comments because I might get in trouble. Oh, thank you. It's all right. It's okay. I just saw you kind of upset, and roses at me once. And I was like, damn, I really liked her. I thought she liked me. That's what I thought. So it's nice to see you. I hope I'm not being set up. Not by you, but, you guys, it is what it is. I mean, it's vile. It's vile. It's vile. Oh, thanks, Wiccan. Thank you. Thank you. Rapper is feisty tonight. Rapper, are you a redhead? I mean, look, you guys, I'm kind of mad at my ex. He's been harassing my son about me, and my son knows everything. My daughter knows everything, and to I mean, he's stuck in the past. The anger isn't even from our divorce. He says he's glad we're divorced. He's upset. My last name is still his. And really, this year, I'm thinking really should be the year that I change it to my maiden name, which I've wanted to do for years. It's just, I've got to change it on everything. I mean, the doctors, what else? My bank. I guess that's not that big of a deal. Maybe there isn't that much stuff I have to really change it on. But I always thought dealing with and helping with my son, like if they have questions of what meds he was on, right, and the amount, they can talk to me. And if there's 3 different last names, his name's different from mine, because my daughter's is her father's last name, then it just might be too. They might not even believe I'm the mom. They might think I'm just a friend or something. I mean, that was my thinking when he was younger. It's whatever. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, hi, Lisa. The thing is, he said, and what if it's the truth that he was with talking on a live thing with a basketball team with younger kids, and this guy spliced together some other talk with adults in this situation. What if it's true? You know, I mean, I don't know the guy, but I want to give people the benefit of the doubt before assuming stuff, because I wouldn't want anyone to assume stuff about me, you know. But let's go surfing. Hell no. There's sharks in the ocean. Ow. I'm too chicken shit for that. That I'll never do. Skydiving, I'll never do. Bungee jumping, I'll never do. What other scary things are there out there besides a lot? I don't think I could pet a tiger even. Like a real tiger. Like some people do, and then they end up getting bit or something. I don't think I could pet a real tiger. Well, I almost lost my hand by a dog. So yeah, I know I couldn't. I'm still apprehensive when I even pet my neighbor's little dog. It's a little dog, because the memory of that dog going, like, this is my hand. It went over my whole hand up to my wrist. Well, no, up to here, clamped down. And it didn't break the skin, but I can honestly tell you, I thought I had a broken bone right in this area. I went to the dog, and what happened was he was quite blind, and my friend told me, and I was leaving the AA hall. I was in the parking lot, and he said, you know, I don't know if I would. I didn't listen. I assumed all animals like me, right? And I reached in through the window, and holy cow, the whole head and mouth went over my hand. Really scary. I was screaming. I was in pain, but didn't even break the skin. I can't imagine. All right, so you guys, I love you guys. Thank you. Please hit the like. Oh, to your mom's maiden name. That's interesting. I don't know. Zipping is fun. Oh yeah, zip. What's it called? Not zip sledding. Is that what it's called? I don't think I've ever done that. Water skiing was kind of the most daring thing I did. I had to have, you know, a few beers to do that in my 20s. Because, you know, when you think, when the boat stops and you're sinking into 70 feet deep water or deeper, and you're murking around with the fish and the darn algae or whatever, it's like, it's intense. But yeah. Oh, okay, wait, who did I call Battle Axe? I'm trying to think. Who did I say that to? I'm being honest. I can't think right now. Was it Ann Horn? Did I call her that? What? No way. I don't want a new adult child who needs to be, no. Thanks, Steph K. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I mean, you know, look, I'm going to say it right here. I don't want to be enemies with anyone. Not Nicolina, not Rose, not Traders, not Ernie Shell, not anyone. Like it don't. But I distinctly know with Rose, there's too much water under the bridge. She enjoys what she's doing, you guys. It's not going to stop. I could sit here and let tears stream down my face and say, please, please, please stop. She might for 2 or 3 days, but the first inclination, because this is what I'm seeing with her. Seriously, it's like a high. Even when she's talking, it's manic. She isn't even processing what she's saying before she says something else. It's too much, too quick. It has nothing to do with being a New Yorker and talking fast. It doesn't. It's the manic. It's the high. It's the probably almost getting off on not being nice and getting that attention. I don't want that. I don't want that, you guys. My channel is not going to be a drama channel. It's just not. And even though it has been a little bit or quite a bit with me sticking up for myself, I can change that. And Leanie's right. I'm the only one that can steer this channel in a different direction. So, you know, when I went to the mail box again today, like I do every day or every other day, once again, down on the bottom, a little small square, like that big, is a face of a young gal, right? I think she was 16, missing from Tennessee. And instantly my brain goes, since 2022, and my brain goes 2 places when that state comes up: possible, you know, sex trafficking, or, oh, and the parents go to their dinner table, right, every night thinking about her. And I'm sure they think about her through the day and the first thing when they wake up in the morning and when they go to bed at night. That's pain. That's more pain than what I go through. Really, it is. Think about it. Than having a son with some special needs or some challenges or some kind of out there beliefs. You know, out there beliefs that nobody, his father can't change his mind, his grandma, I can't, his sister, nobody. Reading the Bible, nothing. It always reverts back to that. And that's because he got on the gosh darn internet and was looking at this stuff, looking at crystals and looking at, do you know what I mean? I told him, I said, don't be looking at that stuff. Don't do it. And he did. He snuck it, probably at night when I was sleeping or whatever. So he knows quite a bit about it. Words like altar tiles. What the heck? I never even heard of that. Right? I didn't. I was like, wait a minute. You saw something on YouTube to be bringing that stuff up. You know? And it progresses into just his friend, ex-friend in Montana, to one day he slid mom in there. And I said to him, I said, no, you don't. Don't go there. Don't pull me into this thinking that you're doing. Don't you do it. And he alluded to his own sister. Like he doesn't trust anyone. That's not reality. That's not factual. That's psychosis. It's delusional is what it is. I've read books. I have a paperback this thick called Pebbles on the Stones. Or no. Pebbles on the Pond. That's what it is. And it shows that. And it's got all these different criteria that meet a certain thing, and what long paragraphs of what delusional means, schizophrenia, and the difference of this, and affective disorder compared to depression. Like, do you know what I mean? I've learned a lot. I read books. I don't like get on the internet and try to find stuff. I mean, I do a little bit now, but I didn't know what the heck this stuff was, you guys. I didn't know what OCD was. I didn't. You know, some people have it really darn serious. Like, I've said this before. I'm going to say this, especially because I'm being streamed. Maybe someone will learn how your thoughts can control your life in such a detrimental way. A woman in her 80s kept having thoughts that she was attracted to Jesus, right? I think she was Catholic. And that she wanted to be with him physically, if you know what I mean. And it made her sick. She couldn't stop thinking about it, And without saying names, a therapist on No CD, which is on the internet for people that deal with intrusive thoughts, right? Shared. That's sad. Can you imagine how that tormented her? Very religious older woman. And she, you know, because the more you think about something, the more it seems real. It's more intrusive. And then when you have to add things in and do things because you think if you don't do these compulsions, something's going to happen to you bad, right? Anything. Next time you get in the car, you are going to get in a car accident if you don't straighten your shoes a certain angle or whatever, right? Or check the door a certain amount of times. It's debilitating. It's worse than ADHD, ADD. I don't want to say depression because people unalive themselves with that, but people unalive themselves that have OCD too. They do. You know. So if anything, you guys should be praying for my son and for me and for his sister. Not demeaning his mother. You know, this isn't a week. This is years and years and years and years. And when he's on medication, he does better, you guys. He does. He'll leave the house. He'll go hiking. He'll laugh. He'll try things. He'll do more. So it's hard. And never in a million years did I think my son, I had a good pregnancy. My son, I had a good birth. I did. He was happy-go-lucky. But I'm telling you right now, he drank with his dad on weekends, which kind of slowly changes who you are, you know, as a teenager. But he smoked a lot of peyote. He did. With his friends. He was really into that. And I think it caused a lot of his anxiety. And divorce. Divorce didn't help, you know. And his dad's alcoholism now, and mine in the past, none of that helped. right? CPS getting involved, 2011, that didn't help. So I take responsibility for some of it, but I'm not going to take responsibility for all of it, how my son's turned out or not turned out, how he is, what he thinks, how he's feeling. He needs his dad around. I wish Joe would move back into this town so he could visit his son now and then. He doesn't want to be here. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to, I don't know. I think we all want for our children, I'll end with this, safety, right? Health, being healthy, happiness, and contentment, feeling content, your own skin or where you are in your life, some contentment. And then all the other things that come later on. It's literally sometimes hour to hour. Especially now that he's just on an antidepressant. I don't even know if he's told his dad. His dad knows now. He's almost afraid to tell his dad because his dad gets on him about it. When it's the only thing, you guys, that's kept him from having a full-fledged on panic attack. Does he still get anxiety? Yes. But does he run out the door in his socks calling 911 because he thinks he's going to have a heart attack? No. He hasn't had one in almost 5 years, and he knows it. So for people that poo-poo meds, sometimes that's all there is, to hang on. Really, hang on. Anyway, I'm really going to go. It's been 3 hours and 7 seconds. Love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you. Please hit the like. Please subscribe if you're willing to. Really appreciate it. Thank you.